What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today, we're going to crack open a mystery that's happening inside your head pretty much all day, every day. Where do cravings actually come from? We're going to break down how they're born and, way more importantly, how you can actually take back the controls. Let's do this. So, tell me if this sounds familiar. You're just living your life, minding your own business, and then, bam, out of absolutely nowhere, you're hit with this intense, overwhelming need for something. Could be a snack, could be your phone, whatever. Where does that even come from? Okay, picture this. You're chilling on the couch, maybe scrolling through your phone, not even thinking about food. Then you catch the faintest whiff of your neighbor's pizza, and instantly, it's not just a thought anymore, you feel it. You are starving. But wait, you weren't hungry 5 seconds ago, so what on earth just happened? Well, that little moment brings us to our first huge idea. The answer is in something we can call the desire spark. And you know what? It all kicks off with one simple, fundamental concept: awareness. All right, here is the absolute game-changing insight. Awareness always comes before desire. You literally cannot want something until your brain first becomes aware that it's even an option. Think about it. You can't crave a food you've never heard of. You can't want a job you don't even know exists. Awareness is that initial spark that lights the whole fire of wanting something. And this, right here, is the perfect illustration of how it works. Let's call it the vending machine effect. So, step one, you've got the cue. You're walking along on a hot day and you see a vending machine. It's just an object in the world. But then, step two comes the spark. You become aware of those ice-cold sodas inside. Maybe you picture the fizz, the condensation on the can, and just like that, step three, the result. Desire is born. All of a sudden, your mouth feels dry and you feel thirsty. You weren't thirsty a second ago. The awareness literally created the physical feeling. But it gets even deeper than that, because it's not just about becoming aware of something. Our brain is a relentless 24/7 meaning-making machine, and that's where the real magic or trouble happens. So this brings up a really good question, right? If the cue, seeing a can of soda for instance, is the same every single time, why don't we always have the same reaction? Why is it that some days you would do anything for that soda, and other days you can walk right by without a second thought? And the answer is, it's all about the meaning your brain attaches to that cue. So, for example, if seeing a certain brand of soda instantly reminds you of amazing summer vacations as a kid, your brain connects it with pure joy and boom, a powerful craving hits you. But what if that exact same soda reminds you of that one time you got sick at a birthday party? Same cue, totally different meaning, and the result is a wave of nausea. So here's the bottom line, the most important takeaway so far. The cue itself, the vending machine, the smell of coffee, that notification sound on your phone, it's neutral. It has zero power on its own. It's the story, the interpretation, the meaning you've assigned to it that actually creates the craving. Okay, so that's the theory. That's the what. But how do we actually use this? This is where we get to the really good stuff. This is how you can hack your own habits by hijacking this very process. Let's look at a classic habit loop from the book, Smoking. The cue? That first cup of coffee in the morning. For years, maybe even decades, the meaning that has been hardwired to that cue is, this means it's time for a cigarette. That link becomes so strong, so automatic, that the action just happens, without a single conscious thought. So, here's the hack. The cue, your morning coffee, it stays the same. You don't change that. But you consciously, intentionally change the meaning. Instead of time for a cigarette, you redefine it. You say, this is my time to feel calm and centered. Then you attach a new action to that new meaning, like doing 1 minute of deep breathing exercises. Over time, your brain actually rewires that connection. Coffee becomes a trigger for calm, not a craving for nicotine. That's the hack. And the best part? This works just as well for building good habits. Let's say you want to read more. You can literally engineer a craving to read. First, you create a super obvious cue, like putting a book on your pillow every morning. Then, you assign it meaning. You consistently read just a few pages every single night. Your brain starts to connect the sight of that book with the feeling of relaxation and winding down. And before you know it, just seeing the book on your pillow will create a genuine craving to pick it up and read. So what's the big, grand takeaway from all of this? It's something incredibly empowering. It means you are so much more in control of your desires, your urges, your habits than you probably ever thought possible. I absolutely love this quote from the book, "Cravings are not a sign of weakness, they are a sign of meaning." Man, that just reframes everything, doesn't it? That powerful urge you feel isn't some deep character flaw. It's not you being weak. It's just a sign that your brain has made a really strong connection between a cue and a meaning. And you know the best part about connections? They can be rewired. Look, at the end of the day, understanding this whole process, it's like you've been stumbling around in a maze with a blindfold on, right? You keep bumping into the same walls, wondering why you keep ending up back at the start. Knowing this is like taking off the blindfold. Suddenly, you can see the whole path. You can spot the cues. You can see the meanings you've attached, and you can intentionally choose a new direction. So I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. Now that you have this new lens, now that you have the blindfold off, what's the first cue in your own life that you're going to notice? What's that one automatic loop that maybe, just maybe, you're going to take a closer look at starting today? Hey, if this video gave you one of those aha light bulb moments, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really does help a lot. And if you can think of anyone who's battling a habit or just loves geeking out on how our minds work, please share this video with them. And of course, to go even deeper on this stuff and other incredible mental models, make sure you're subscribed to Myrex Media. All of the insights in this video came from a fantastic book, and I've dropped the link to it down in the description. Seriously, I can't recommend it enough. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.